Oh, everyone. This thing, you can join. My dreams. Right. I'm just gonna be right here. Make music. Alright.
Welcome to Edit, full of potential, where you can build anything you can imagine.
I think you meant to say yes, but okay. Alright. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, let me make this G major. Actually, let me make it creepy. Da, da, and minor. Hmm? I don't know. But now, Right now I'm just playing this game. Yeah, it's always my fault, yeah. Yeah, I'm very impatient, yeah, you're right. No, you didn't. Alright, I guess I'll stick to making characters.
Welcome to Edit Mode. This is a fresh scene full of potential, where you can build anything you can imagine. Here is where you can try all the jam entries. If you enjoy them, give them an upvote. When voting closes, the winner will be announced.
afraid that's a demon. That's a demon. Whoa.
This is where you can see all the previous winners
I think we
of the
can.
community jams.
Okay, I wanna. Actually, I should probably do this one step at a time.
Are you ready to get those creative juices flowing? This tutorial's all about making your creations beautiful. Now, this is Connie's front garden. But what's this? It's had all the color, style, and magic sucked out of it. But not to worry, Connie. We can help make the garden pretty again with the power of dreams. Just to start you off, all the lighting's already done. We can learn more about that later. And because I'm ever your servant, I've also grouped some of these objects just for you. It'll make editing them quicker and easier. So what does the garden need? Well, it could do with some color, texture, and movement. Luckily, the coat, style, and effects modes are the perfect tools to do that. They don't create new objects, they modify existing sculptures and paintings. And they work on groups. With just a little practice, you can become a master of them all. So let's start by adding some color with the tint tool. Open the assembly menu with the square button and go to the modes menu. Each mode has its own set of tools and options. The tint tool is in coat mode. It has an icon that looks like a pot of paint being spilled. Select it by pressing the X button. As you can see, the assembly menu has now been replaced with the coat menu. In the top row, you'll find options and helpers. Along the bottom, you'll find the tools. Now, which color to use? Open the colors menu in the top row of icons. These are color groups. You can expand a color group with X. Each group contains more shades that you can choose from. I'm going to find a green for the foliage, but if green's not your thing, you can experiment. Is the menu too long? You can scroll it by grabbing it with R2.
Yeah.
Pick a shade, or if you fancy a more painterly or
Someone
organic
did that,
look,
yeah.
choose the tumbler color at the end of the group. That will
my
apply
gosh,
a
yes, you
random
can do
shade
anything you
that
want.
changes as
Someone
you
made
work.
Venom already.
When you've chosen a color, you're ready to go to the next step.
You can be anything, Shadow. Yes. Yes.
Or organic look, choose the tumbler key or in the top row.
Yeah.
As you can see, the assembly menu has now been replaced with the coat menu.
Damn.
In the top row, you'll find options and helpers. Along the bottom, you'll
I'm the
find the
worst it can
tools.
be.
Now, which color to use? Open the colors menu in the top row of icons. These are color groups.
Yeah, that's the point.
You can expand a color group with X.
I'm gonna smile
Each
and they're gonna
group
be like, why are you
contains
smiling
more
at? And I'm
shades
like,
that you
"Ha,
can
I'm
choose
smiling
from."
at. You're going to prison.
I'm going to find a green for the foliage, but if green's not your thing, you can experiment. Is the menu too long? You can scroll it by grabbing it with R2.
Okay then.
Pick a shade, or if you fancy a more painterly or organic look, choose the tumbler color at the end of the group. That will apply a random shade.
Alright, bye.
To add color to our scene, we'll use the tint tool, which has an icon like an airbrush. You can manually select it in the tools menu. But in coat mode, choosing a color from the colors menu equips the tint tool automatically. See the airbrush icon on the tip of your imp. The tint tool recolors objects, either tinting or completely covering their original color. Just press and hold R2 to tint the objects at the tip of your imp. No need to select or scope into anything. The rounded clumps look a bit dreary in this scene. Let's add some colour. You can see that the longer you hold R2, the stronger the tint gets. And with a tumbler colour selected, it will cycle through different shades.
Why?
If you make a mistake, you can undo using the left directional button. Or set your tool to subtract and you can detint. How do you do that? If you press triangle while the tool is active, your imp will change to an outline.
Why?
So now it will remove tint instead of adding it.
Okay then.
And that works on pretty much all of the coat, style and effects tools. Just press triangle when they're equipped to make them subtractive. Try removing some colour using subtractive tint now. Just hold R2 over the object. And to make the tool additive again, press triangle. Now that you've got to grips with that, you can colour in the whole scene with the tint tool. Go wild. Use different colours to tint the path, rocks, river, grass, trees, and the little cottage. The colours menu has all the colours you need. Just open a colour group and pick a shade, or the tumbler colour. Take some time to colour your scene. When you're done, move on to the next step. Good job. Now your scene is beautifully coloured in, let's add some texture to it. For that, we need to leave coat mode and go into style mode. To leave a mode, select the exit button in the top right of the screen. Or you can use a shortcut. Hold L1 and press circle. Just like scoping out of it. Now use the modes menu to switch over to style mode. The style mode icon is an S-shaped brushstroke.
Oh yeah.
All sculptures and paintings in Dreams are made up of flecks, and style mode is where we manipulate them.
I mean, yeah.
Notice how the objects in this scene look smooth? That's because their flecks are small and tightly packed together. We can make them more textured with the looseness tool. Select the looseness tool. It looks...
Let me pause this
Now try using R2 to loosen some of the foliage in the scene.
I feel dead, to be honest. Let me think. The type of game I want to make, like, first things first, before I make any zombie games, I want to try making a rhythm game, a simple one. Or, if anything, just a simple game, just to see how, if I got the hang of it, and then I'll start with a cool zombie game. Oh yeah, I did. Real quiet. Alright, man.